tomorrow, closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down, but at least they grow back. While I'm on a one-way track. Now I know.
Here you have the shipyards.
What it means to grow old.
Not a lot, not for long.
Yeah, now I know.
We will not approach. We don't have a deep sea there. So Sorrento and the
Yeah, it is just enough to get by. Sometimes I understand I'm making all the wrong demands in life. It never pays in the end. But still I am here, moving on like before. I'm yearning to reach the shore. Now I know what it means to grow old. Yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Oh, now I know what it means to grow old. The time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
It's the Latins. The Latins are Romans. They were.
We will end the tour when there was a seaport. You see those three things like that. We need these kind of rooms. To go through the backstage. So we are going to be actors or musicians or DJs. And by the stage, empty pots. You know, like a guitar, there is the amplification box, the sound. So we are able to recognize what kind of diet they had. On the walls, you have to mention the menu.
In this case, you can even see the second story. It has been rebuilt by
Always the upper part of the walls have been rebuilt, but we're using the same bricks we found.
The tambourine on the very left hand, I can play them to you as we slowly go.
Ancient time, running water through these lead pipes makes you crazy in a way. You know, they.
And so the question is, we say that they are not together, they are not together because they were hangers.
These are just what I need to whip up a little animation. Was some animation magic, huh, folks? And I couldn't have done it without friends like you. Thanks, everybody. See ya real soon.
Hey, you're good at making me lose my mind. Always come around, don't I? And I know sometimes I'm bringing you down, but I always make you smile, don't I? We're like the waves on a big blue stormy sea. Sing as one brings out the best in me. We're like waves, baby, kind of the day, and we keep falling till we hit the ground, but then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messy, baby. always get back up again. We're a little messed up, baby, kinda up and down, and we keep going till we hit the ground, and then we get back up again. Yeah, we're a little messed up, baby, it's never getting boring when we keep aiming for the stars, just you and me. We always get back up again.
La degna conclusione era di
the extra door will be used again. Just you.
For the rest of the day. So thank you very, very much for joining us here this morning. For anyone can cook, please.
Is the place to go. But as Captain mentioned, we are arriving tomorrow into Barcelona. Don't take the opportunity to tune in to channel 1 of your stateroom television set. That is, make sure that you are prepared. Again, channel 1 of your stateroom television set is where you should tune in.
And for the final time,
Lobster surgery? Oh, thank you.
Well, everyone, Nikki and the gang are going to be... Let's hear it for Nikki and the gang! And now, everyone, it's time to bid a royal farewell to our princesses, Tiana, Cinderella, and Belle. Farewell! See you real soon! 1, 2, 3! See you real soon, Captain Nikki and Captain Minnie.